Right, hello, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm here to talk about our brand new signing. I know this is my second video of today. My first video came out a couple of hours ago. It was a match preview of the Luton v Norwich game, so if you haven't already, please go and check that out. But today, while I was playing Football Manager, just enjoying my evening, Luton notified me and went, "We've signed a new player," and he goes by the name of Christ Makosso. Now, I've already made a video about this lad because we were rumoured to be after him. A few Belgium journalists actually reported on this on social media, and I made a video about it, so if you haven't already, please go and check that out. So I'm not sounding like a parrot, I won't go too much detail on him because I've already mentioned it, but I'll do like a brief summary. He is a 20-year-old centre half. He's highly rated. We signed him from the second division in Belgium from a team called RWD Molenbeek. Their supporters rate him quite highly. Someone who's definitely comfortable on the ball. I've been told he does have a mistake in him. I guess that's because of his youthfulness. Youth players most likely do have a mistake in him, but that's something we can of course work with and help him develop as a footballer. He does come across like he will be one for the future. I don't mind this at all, really. He's under the age of 21. He doesn't count towards our final 25-man squad, which you have to confirm after the January transfer window. So we can sign a limited amount of players under the age of 21. He won't count towards that, which is great. And as we all know, the injury crisis in defence with Luton, with our centre-halves, they keep getting injured. So having more of them available, especially younger players like Christ Makosso, one, it will help with squad depth. Two, it will help us not rushing players back from injury. So we've got that added depth there. Also, I feel like when you do have an injury crisis, he's most likely going to play, you know, a fair bit this season. I reckon he's going to play probably between 10 to 15 games from now until the end of the season, especially if our defence injuries keep continuing like they have done. But look, I don't see anything wrong with this. It looks like we've got him on a relatively low fee. It's been announced as undisclosed. Also, his contract length has been announced as undisclosed. We don't announce contract lengths. It's frustrating, but I do think this is a long-term deal. He is going to be one for the future. He could be a player that you sign on a cheap and then a couple of years down the line you send him for 5 times the value. I got no problem with that. I feel like a lot of fans are going to be really frustrated. We're not splashing the cash. We're not signing top players that could just walk in straight into the first team. I understand that argument, but we have to be realistic here. If Leeds United and Luton go for a centre-half, who's a very good centre-half, who's most likely going to win that battle? It's going to be Leeds, the club that's more established in higher divisions, got a bigger stadium, bigger fan base, probably more money. Well, actually, more money. The players are more likely going to go there. So Luton, our pool of players which we've got to compete for, it has to be different to other football clubs. And this type of model, which I feel like we're going to probably be going down on, it's going to be similar to maybe the Brentfords and the Brighton route in signing these like foreign youngsters, or you know, finding like hidden talents, hidden gems around the world, sign them on a low fee and turn them into absolute superstars, and then sell them on for a high amount of money, and then you reinvest the money that way. I feel like we have to do our business very different to other football clubs. I don't have an issue with that. I just don't want us as a football club to be bullied in terms of our negotiations. But it's nice to see that already, Luton, we are being active. The owners, the board came out and has already said that the summer was difficult. We now need to make it right in January, and already we are having an active January transfer window. We've already got one player through the door. He won't be available to play against Norwich tomorrow. He will be available to play against QPR after that. But look, I'm happy with this. We're also going to see Lamine Dabu as well come through the door. His first game is also against QPR. So already we've got 2 brand new players which we get to witness in this January transfer window, which is great. But I don't think we're going to stop there. I do think there's plenty more activity which we are going to do. I do think there's going to be 1 or 2 players leaving the football club as well. I, of course, will be making as many videos as they do happen, of course, throughout the whole of January. But I'm excited to see what we do this month. We will sign more players. I'm confident of it. I feel like there's going to be positivity from this transfer window, and I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, the new players come in, they hit the ground running. But we've got to be careful with Christ Makosso, because look, 20 years old, he might not hit the ground running. Hopefully he does, but look, he might not. But he's definitely going to be one that we develop. First time in England as well. He's going to need time to adjust. But from the sounds of things, it looks like he could be a really good centre-half. One that we are singing about from the stands in the near future. And I'm just looking forward to see him play in a Luton Town shirt. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts on him. Like I say, go and check out my video, which I did in a little bit more detail about his playing style. I can't act like I've watched him 30 times. I haven't. So make sure you check out that video where I actually speak to a few Belgian fans about him. And yeah, make sure you check out my match preview that came out a few hours ago. And I'll see you guys in the match reaction tomorrow. Hopefully Luton are celebrating a win against Norwich, and we start 2025 on a high. I'll see you tomorrow.